Hello guys, welcome back to Software Brains YouTube channel. Hope you all are doing good and let's move forward. So before diving into the video, I would like to give quick intro about this channel. This channel is started recently with an intention of helping job seekers and graduates in excelling their skills and competitive programming and aptitude, which would help them in clearing the written test and interview. And we also knew that once we are into a professional life, we would be busy with our work life and there would be no time to polish our technical and coding skills, and most of the people will be forgetting those concepts which they have learned in their graduation, right? So focusing these people, we have started our channel so that this would help people in excelling their skills and grabbing a job. So if you are a new watcher and haven't subscribed this channel, please subscribe to this channel and support us. We would be coming with very interesting and useful content which would definitely useful in excelling your career, and that's it. So let's move forward. Yeah, as you might have seen our intro or banner, you would come to know that how we can clear this TCS exam. So yes, you have understood it right. So not only TCS exam, whichever exam you took, or I mean like TCS or Infosys, Wipro, Cognizant, anything, if you want to clear any written examination which is conducted early in the earlier stage to filter the students, the following sections are the following concepts are very important to clear the written examinations. If you are clear with the following concepts, I'm sure you would be definitely qualifying the exam. So let's begin the sections intro. So as you all know that the aptitude section is very important. The reasoning, verbal, programming, MCQs, coding, and the final stage would be interview. And we would discuss about the interview and then way the type of questions or how interview would be processed in our upcoming videos. But in this video, let's focus on these four sections and what kind of questions will be asked and how we should be ready with those. Chalo. So the first section is aptitude. So as you might have written many mock tests or examinations, you would see different types. You might have seen different types of questions, and you also knew that if you perform well in this section, this would increases your chance of getting selected or shortlisted. So in the same way, TCS also has a section for aptitude which covers the following topics. And if you are clear with the following topics and you practice more questions from these topics, and I assure you that you would get around 90 to 95% of the questions from these topics. So the topics are progressions. So you need to practice arithmetic progression, geometric progression, and uh, harmonic progression problems. And the second thing is averages and mixtures. And the third topic is numbers, HCF, LCM, and divisibility. And these all are related with the number system. Hence, I have considered it as a single topic. So next thing is probability, which is the most important topic, and you would expect around 2 to 3 questions on these sections. And similarly, boats and trains is a must included problems in the set. The permutations and combinations, time and work, time, speed and distance, percentages, simple interest and compound interest, profit and loss. Not less than, if I'm not correct, most of the questions would almost from these topics itself. And if you are clear with these concepts, you can easily crack the aptitude sections. And with our prior experiences, we are telling that problems in NQT would be of basic simplification. I mean, you need to perform some 2 or 3 steps with a formula, and there would be basic logic used. But whereas in the exams like product based companies, or if you consider TCS digital exam, the aptitude section would be not that easy as you are thinking. The problems would be very descriptive, and you need to understand them very clearly, and each problem would be cover I mean, each problem would have the concepts of 2 or 3 sections. Like, they will include averages and mixtures and the probability, and they would include time and work and the percentage of work. So it would be in the level of, like, if you have written the CAT examination, so, or banking examination, so those type of questions would be asked in TCS digital. So that's all for this aptitude section. Let's move forward. And the next section is reasoning. And you all know that this is the very, you could tell it has easy section, but it's not easy for those who don't understand the question properly. So if you are thorough with the following concepts, this section would become easy for you, and you can score as many marks as possible. And the sections covered in this topic, reasoning, are blood relations, ages, seating arrangements, series problems. Like, you would be given some 2, 5, 7 and find the next number, or you would be given some words like ABCD or GHA. They would give some series, and you have to find the next word based on these problems. And distance and direction, find the odd element from the series. You would be given different symbols, and you need to choose the next or the upcoming symbol. And there would be decision making problems, like 2 logical statements would be given, logic 1 and a logic 2. According to these logics, which would be correct? So there would be certain options. Next, syllogisms. So if you are clear with these concepts, the most of the questions from in TCS NQT or digital would be part of these sections itself. So moving to the next section, which is verbal. So in the verbal section, you need to be good with your grammatical skills. So if you are good with the concepts of direct and indirect speech, parts of speech, and tenses, then you could easily gain as many marks as in this section, like sentence correction, different topics involved in this TCS NQT or digital. You would give some comprehensions topics, and you would be asked some questions from those passage, and you need to find the correct answers to those. And there would be sentence correction problems, and there would be questions on direct and indirect speech, and sentence jumbling, sentence framing, grammar, etc. So let's move to the next section. So programming MCQs is one of the most important sections, which you would see in many examinations. If you consider TCS NQT or TCS digital, you would have these kind of sections. In TCS digital, recently they have updated their exam pattern, and this might be available sometimes, and they would also remove this section and include these marks in the coding section. So but for TCS NQT, this section is a must section, and if you want to gain more marks in these sections, you need to be more confident and more clear with the following concepts, like debugging problems. Debugging problems in the sense, they would give some kind of code and they would ask you to generate the output. So this is one kind of problem. And the second problem is syntax corrections. They would give some wrong syntax or missing syntax, and you need to correct the syntax or to find the missing one. And the next would be, most importantly, searching and sorting concepts, linear search, binary search, quick sort, merge sort. So these kind of concepts are covered, and those questions will be asked here. And similarly, you need to remember the time complexity of each searching and sorting concepts. You would accept nearly 2 to 3 types of 3 questions on these concepts. and you need to have some basics data structure concepts like stacks, queues, linked lists, etc. So apart from this, there are other concepts like primary data structures of collections, and the next one is arrays and pointers. So these type of questions would be asked in programming MCQs in any kind of written examinations. It's not only for TCS. TCS majorly asks from these sections, but apart from TCS, there are various exams. If you are attending any kind of exams, these questions will be most of them from these concepts itself. So let's move to the next section, and the next section is coding section. So yeah, so people who are writing these examinations will fear of this. I mean, those who don't have much coding skills or who are from non-IT background, and they would feel some stress or fear of clearing this round. And you remember, if you perform well in this section, the chances of getting selected are high. So your selection would directly depend on coding sections. It's not like that if you don't execute the program, you won't be get selected. But if you perform or if you execute the program with well number of test cases, your chances of getting selection would be high. So let's see what kind of problems would be asked in this section. So 80 to 90% of the problems are asked from the below topics, and for NQT the difficulty level would be medium and small. So you don't need to worry about the very complex problems if you are well and clear with the problems on arrays. So most of the questions would be from arrays and strings. So if you are clear with the concepts and inbuilt functions of arrays and strings, you can easily clear this round. So apart from these two concepts, you need to have good understanding about the fundamental basic programs like palindrome, reverse of a number, Armstrong number, perfect number. You would give some series and you need to find the next number, some HCF, LCF. So there would be some different kind of problem. So you don't need to worry. We would be coming with a set of videos on this section. If you have any doubts, you can also comment down in the video, but we would be coming with some good quality and important problems and important concepts of coding section, which would definitely help you in building the confidence of clearing the coding round. We would come with prototypes of problems, and you would generally expect those concepts in the exam. The questions might be different, but the concepts and the logic would almost be same. So coming to digital examination would have two problems, and you could expect the complexity of the two problems as same, or you can also expect like the first problem would be somewhat easier than the second problem. This would depend upon the preparation of the test, but nevertheless you need to have good command on the topics we have discussed earlier for NQT, like arrays, strings, series, matrices, and along with them you need to practice the competitive coding problems from following platforms: the HackerRank, LeetCode, and CodeChef. These are some wonderful platforms, and this would definitely help you in building or constructing the logics to the given problems, because in exam you are not directly given problem or something like find the reverse of a number or they would give some descriptive type of problems. There would be, and you need to understand the problem first. You have to read the passage or the description given for the problem for 5 minutes, and you need to then construct the logic. Then you need to start writing the program for the logic. And if you simply by looking at the problem and directly jump in writing the code, this would definitely lead you to the negative scenarios. So please avoid those kind of things and well prepared. So that's all for this video. In our next videos we would be coming with various videos on this coding section and aptitude section, but majorly we would be concentrating on coding and aptitude both as well. But in coding we would be coming with different types of questions, like basic questions which are required for NQT and other examinations, and as well as medium and complex problems which are very essential for clearing the digital and digital examinations and TCS internal examinations like WINGS program, etc. So stay tuned to our channel, and thank you for watching this video. And please, if you like this video, if you like my explanation, please like the video and subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell icon to get notified for each and every update of our further videos. Thank you. That's all for this video.